But the big plan is to be able to travel and still run an e-commerce business out of my car. And so I thought I'd show you my little desk that I made back here. It's how I positioned the thing, and how I planned, unless I can figure out a better system, as a little table to do my art. Oh, that's what's so sticky. I saw some other steps, and what I didn't want to do, of course, plus I was just taking off and everything, and I don't want to spend all the time to convert when they're already built for this pretty much. I don't know how much you know about the elements, but they're already pretty much built for the seats to go up and go out of the way, and for the seats to fold down into a bed. Now I'm using half of the bed setup because I figured at 5'7", I may be short enough to do that. I'm now thinking 5'7" might be just a little tall to do it the way I'm doing it, because and as you can see, this is just I have two shorts and one big here for that are just storage containers I use to store my art in and stuff. And I thought I can't remember what I was storing in here, so I rearranged a bunch of my containers, and now I'm storing merchandise. So finished pieces that are in the store that I can just ship from. I'm planning on shipping them from everywhere, but of course I'm not going to get any kind of shipping discounts. It's going to cost me more to do this because I have to walk into the post office rather than print. Obviously, I don't have a printer in here, and the power for that. But like you can see, it's very well organized, and I have, at least I hope it's well enough organized, and I have my packages. I've got the watercolors 5x7, some charcoals in here, and some of the smaller, the smaller 5x7 and 4x6 oil paintings, and then in this one down here, so I have a very similar down here, and it has all of my needle felting and wooling stuff with my files, and my files have the larger charcoals. And then underneath that I have on the very bottom things I didn't think I'd have to get out and grab, some of the bigger paintings and stuff that I did. And then back here I have more of the avocados. These are really amazing. These are awesome. So far I really like them. They are protein bars, but it has whey protein in it. You don't really taste, you do taste the whey protein a little bit, but there's 3 ingredients: almonds, honey, my favorite, honey, almonds, honey, and whey protein. 3 ingredients is literally. You know, reviews of things. This refrigerator, it's a Titan. It's a portable refrigerator. It is one that has a shoulder harness that I could actually carry. I could take it hiking. It's got, like I said, the little part in the top that you saw. It's got 2 side pockets. It's got front pockets that you can keep things in. It does not take up a lot of room. It's perfect for one person. Oh, I have 2. I'm using, of course, because I have grapefruit, but you can use them for other things too. I used one the other day just to eat mushrooms, fried mushrooms. So these are grapefruit spoons, but you see the little, because they're grapefruit spoons. So this is all I brought. These and my knife, these and a knife, because I realized I can actually grab things with them and pick them up, and you can saw with them. I mean, yeah, I don't think so. This is the setup I have. Let me grab my paper towels, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to show you how I'm using this desk, and I actually can show you later, but if it's so sunny I might show you. Well, I'm going to show you in Reno because I'm going to stop and do some work. I have my laptop down here in its case, and it literally can go right here. I'm going to try to use my hotspot. I don't know how I feel about the hotspot idea. You can see I have a little sunroof here. That's how we saw the moon last night. It's like 11, I think it's 11:37, 11:40. I'm having trouble sleeping. I found a really quiet place to boondock, and what you're seeing right now is the moon out my sunroof. Let me get this, make sure you've got my grapefruit here. there. But this is to catch the extra. I have wipes down here to clean up the extra. I have wipes to clean up my hands. Oh yeah, I was going to do this. I realized I have grapefruit every morning, and I'm like, how am I going to keep this from spraying all over my car? I'm just going to cover it. And do this because, as you people who love grapefruit, this is basically what I have for breakfast. I get them at Costco, so there's a pack of 7, and I don't have 7 in my car. This is my last one from this last week. So I have to stop at Costco, and I know there's a Costco in Reno, but there's also a Costco closer to my destination in Roseburg. I'm probably going to stop by the one in Roseburg, so they're without splashing. That's how you can keep from splashing. Actually, I'm going to do it one more time here because I like to cut my pieces. And it's tricky just not to cut all the way through so you don't lose your juice out the bottom. But one time, otherwise, they're grapefruits. They've always, I think they have some kind of quality control because they're so juicy. They're so good. So that's where I do my grapefruit usually, because I can also get them in for $7. They're basically $1 a piece. Yeah, you might be able to find a better deal somewhere else, maybe, but most of the places do it by pound, so I'm sure once you've done the math, it's either going to be pretty close, or usually Costco's pretty good deal. You usually save a little bit with the Costco's, and that's the same place I get the because I'm going to be working here too. That's the same places I get to clean the knife. Again, I actually am using not bleach ones because I don't want to get that in my mouth. I'm using baby wipes, so these are actually really nice. Actually, I like the Huggies. I don't like the cheap brands. I like the ones that don't irritate me, because I figured, well, you know, if you can clean up a baby's face and around their eyes and stuff, then they're good enough for me. That they're probably gentle enough. I'm going to save this actually because I get juicies anywhere. And yeah, so that's how I'm having my breakfast every morning. I could actually make more room here, but I think this is perfect because I didn't have to alter anything. So in case you're not familiar with the elements, you can kind of see right here right here, that's the seat. These seats actually lay completely flat, and then they fold up and hinge and buckle. I'll show you when I'm setting up the desk probably, so you can see it again. There's several reasons why I bought the Element. The major one is when I found out it didn't have carpet, I'm like, yeah, baby, because carpet, it gets dirty. Carpet gets dirty, and then you have to clean the carpet, and then also I felt like I was transporting a lot of things, but I guess I wasn't. For right now, I'm actually keeping my cutting board up here, but that's going to come back down here as soon as I'm on the road. And I don't need both bags. I do actually have a garbage for my car regularly. That's a nice little square box, but it was taking up more room. It was looking more ratty because the room was taking up. It was easy because I could just, while I'm driving, put garbage behind me. But then I saw in one of, so my friend was telling me, you know, I don't know if I already said this in the video, she had mentioned, because I was looking up how to convert a shuttle bus so I have living space so I can travel in that. But then, like, I'm another year out because of the cost and remodeling it and then registering it, and then the insurance is high, and then if I get a diesel, what's the gas going to be, and how much is it going to chew up? And I'm doing all this research. And then I talked to her because she knows a little bit about this stuff, and she goes, well, there's this couple online that are, so you guys have to find them if you can. She goes, there's this couple online that have been living out of their element. I was blown away by that. I think I've already said this in a video. I was really blown away by that because I know the size of an element. I'm like, that would be hard enough for me. How do you share space like that? But I guess they converted it. I'm not converting mine. Yes, this does lay down into 2 beds, but I'm carrying 480 pieces of artwork in here all together. And luckily, the miniatures, my bread and butter, that have become my bread and butter. They weren't before, but they have become my bread and butter. That they just, people really like them. And you know what, I've actually video cards and stuff. I'm like, who buys those? You know, they're just so little tiny, and are these just little studies? What are they? And I thought they were more like anime things, and I didn't, you know, think about it at all. And then I put a couple small pieces on, and people really liked them. And I put them in auctions because I didn't think, you know, they're these little small pieces, and surprisingly, some of the auctions got bid up. Like, I was very pleasantly surprised. And so then I started kind of like going, well, I kind of got an average idea, and I went ahead and pulled some out of auction and just put them in the store. But I deciding that people who do want to get it, not wait for the auction to expire, and I kept all of the prices lower than the highest auctions that I got. And that way people who had to pay much more in auction, they know they can just go into my store and even get a better deal than competing for that where they might pay more. So I know you're like saying, well, maybe I should have just put it at the top of the auction price, but you know, I want to be fair. I know my artwork is priced by square inch depending on what medium, and it can be a little expensive. Oh, I'm already 13 minutes into this video. I don't want to bore you to death. So if you please subscribe, follow my little trip here. It's going to be 7 days living in my car. And like I said, even when I get to Oregon and I'm at my dad's house, if I can take the cold, it was so cold last night, and I'm not even to Reno yet. If I can take it, I will be staying in my car the whole time, and because I want a real test of what this will be like boondocking. I don't really plan on staying in hotels, but if I get cold enough, I might just wussy out. But the plan is to save as much money as possible. The big plan is to be able to travel and still run an e-commerce business out of my car. Just computer, I'm carrying inventory. I have to know where a post office is in every location. I did change my shipping to 2 days instead of next day, because I was having a little bit of, I just want to make sure that I can get it out when I say I'm going to get it out. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to switch it to 2 days. And I've noticed so far, every little city that I've passed through, there's been a little blue sign that says post office this way. Some of them have tiny little, one of them looked like a ship. It was a landlocked ship with doors. I'm like, I should have took a picture of that actually, maybe on the way back. I'll stop off in that town maybe and take a picture of that boat with the, it said post office. So unless the post office was behind that, it was in that little ship store thing. You gotta love that. I love that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I'm gonna eat breakfast now. Thanks for joining me, and then I will see you in Reno, because I will be stopping, because it's gonna take me 9 hours to get to my destination, and Reno's just a little while. I think I can stop off for maybe 30 minutes. I'm gonna show how I'm gonna pull inventory or pull some things to list, and I don't know if I'll have time to do any art specifically right there. It's probably going to be really beautiful. I'm probably going to want to do some art, because that way I can check lighting and where I'm pulling things out of. Like for instance, in my cup holder here, there's actually a cup holder here, but I'm using it to hold my little glass jar for my gouache, and my watercolors. I've got my little turntable down here that has all my pens and my fine detail work stuff. I got it set up, so I may do one painting, and then, I mean, I'm supposed to be doing painting in these videos off the channel. Let you go. This is a long video. See you later. Enjoy your breakfast. Enjoy your day. Subscribe, follow. I know I don't have very many followers, but you guys might be highly entertained by this stuff. Please leave a comment on what you know about how to live in a car. And like I said, I mean, last night I got so cold, there was a little point where I was just like, this is a bad idea. This is so cold. It's harder for me to sleep in extreme heat, I've decided, but I stayed warm, and I'm still here.